I've known Mary Huss for many years. She has done an incredible job of building the San Francisco Business Times into an absolute powerhouse. And now she's also publishing the Silicon Valley Business Journal. So she's consolidating her power and influence here in the Bay Area. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the next chair of the Bay Area Council, the incredible Mary Huss.
Jim, thank you. I will tell you, in such a sorrowful time, each of our speakers who gave their tributes, it was really helpful to hear those wonderful stories, so thank you. I share your sentiments, and I think we all share some very common sorrow. So my heart does go out, as we've said, to Bernard's wife, Denise, and their family, and the entire Kaiser family. So as I've spoken with fellow board members and others who knew Bernard, almost everyone has a story about a special moment they had with Bernard and what he meant to them. I think if you look at the social media and the commentary out there, I mean, who in 60 years has accomplished so much? So we're very sad that we won't get 10 more, 20 more years of that. We are all going to miss that big warm smile, that laugh, and that humor that was so infectious and disarming. Bernard really was the leader and the one. We admired him so. So tonight, as Jim said, what was going to happen is Bernard, with his very large shoes to fill and a very large gavel in hand, was to hand that gavel to me. And there was nothing that I was looking more forward to than standing on stage with Bernard, sort of basking in his glow. He does have that, and I'm really just so sad that he's not here. And I could not be more honored to follow in Bernard's footsteps as chair of this council. I mean, could you imagine, following that? I mean, it's like when he asked, I was like, could you just sort of ask maybe someone else to be next? And because, there's really nothing more daunting than to even think about stepping into those shoes, which are the shoes of a giant among leaders. So, we've heard it. Bernard was a dreamer, a visionary. I think that optimism, he thought bigger than most people and, so results-oriented. But that humanity and that compassion and kindness is what, made us all feel so connected to him. And I think the thing that really grabbed all of us was he tackled those big things, and he caused us to want to kind of jump into that space. So what I love is that Bernard led the launch of that brilliantly conceived Thrive campaign, and I think that says so much about his view of healthcare and community. So I am going to miss his guidance, his vision, his wisdom, and I know we all will. He raised that bar and made us all want to aim higher. But he would want us to carry on and make his visions become reality. So he was so deeply committed to the work of this Bay Area Council, and it was, to be in his presence during those 2 years as chair, he really did call us all to do bigger things. He made an enormous difference, and how he had us tackle homelessness, we took significant action under his leadership that moved the needle. This is a time of many challenges in this land of plenty we call the Bay Area. There are real threats to our economic well-being, and there is no organization better equipped to tackle these big challenges with your help than the Bay Area Council. Hard at work. 2020 is a big year. It's our 75th anniversary. Also Kaiser's, I might add. We're at work on a bold strategic plan that will set the stage for the next 75 years. We'll be moving, and there's a really bold plan tied to that move. Most importantly, we're tackling the region's biggest issues: housing, transportation, homelessness, and keeping the Bay Area a place that attracts talent and company growth and does not send the best and the brightest away. One of our biggest initiatives is Faster, all right? And that's becoming an increasing priority and concern. One of our biggest initiatives is FASTER, in collaboration with other regional groups, including Silicon Valley Leadership Group. It's going to take Bernard-level optimism, vision, and focus on results to take that very important transportation initiative, like the biggest, and the most impactful, to the ballot in November, but we will do it. I know if Bernard was here, as he always did in his generous, spirited way, he would thank and acknowledge Jim. And Jim is an incredible leader, so I think we need to give Jim a big round of applause. And I know it's been a hard week for Jim and the hardworking, dedicated, and exceptionally talented and bright staff at the Bay Area Council. Truly a dream team. So we need more leaders like Bernard. It leaves a big hole when we lose one of his magnitude and grace. As Libby said, as everyone has said, we're so fortunate to have these other great leaders in this region, and I do want to take a moment. We are honoring some incredible people tonight, and I do want to congratulate them. Each are bold-thinking leaders and game changers and very generous contributors to their industries and communities. So congratulations again to John Sobrato, Meg Whitman, and Alice Waters, who represent the best of what the Bay Area produces. There won't be a day in the next 2 years as I fulfill this role that I won't think about Bernard and how he would have approached the challenges that we face. I'll be comforted in knowing, Bernard he's just too big a presence. He's with us, he always will be with us. His wisdom, steady temperament, and optimism will continue to guide us. So I challenge each of you to think about how you can put just a little bit of Bernard. Let's just put a little bit of Bernard into everything you do to help shape the future of the region, working with the great platform of the Bay Area Council. We owe this to Bernard. Together, we will keep this a region that thrives for all. Thank you.